Hi, my name is Sandy House, and I'm a mathematics instructor here at Shelton State Community College. In this video, I'm going to show you the proper way to check in when you're taking an online test. These are the online testing policies for the Shelton State Community College Mathematics Division. First, the testing location. You must test in a private area with no one else present in the room. The testing location must be well lighted. There must be no background noise in the room. Turn off all televisions, music sources, etc. You must test at a table while seated in a chair. You may also test while seated at a coffee table or other table while seated on the floor, but only if necessary. Remember to dress as you would at school. You will be on video. You may not wear earbuds, earphones, hats, or hoodies while testing. So let's briefly go over the check-in process. You will go through the proctoring tab in Canvas to access your test. The first time you enter, you will have to go through a setup process. Do this well before the first test. Just follow the on-screen instructions. You will check in the following order. First, show your valid picture ID. This can be a driver's license, passport, or student ID. It must be current and not expired. Do a 360-degree scan of your room, tabletop, and underneath your testing area. Situate your camera so that both hands and the tabletop can be seen. Show the front and back of your calculator. Show the front and back of paper that your instructor allows. Important: before beginning any testing session, you must remove from the testing area all phones, smartwatches, tablets, and computers or laptops except for the one in use during the test. Violation of this policy will result in a grade of 0 on the assignment. So once you enter your Canvas course, you'll find the proctoring tab in the left menu. Now, depending on your instructor, this proctoring tab will be in a different location perhaps, but it will be in this left menu. And you'll click on that to start the proctoring process. So as was stated earlier, there's a short setup process that you should do in advance of your first test. Now, your instructor is going to provide information and instructions about the test, and it'll either be in the form of a module, or it might be in your inbox, or it could be an announcement at the top of your course page. So you want to make sure that before you start the test, you've read everything that your instructor has provided regarding the testing process. And again, it's the proctoring tab here on the left that will allow you to take your test online. So now that we've gone through the steps in a PowerPoint, I want to demonstrate each one of those to you. The first thing that the proctoring system will ask you to do is to show your ID. Now, you're going to have to show the whole ID, and you're going to have to put it in the little square, and it will tell you when it's accepted. So you have to do your ID first. Now, after you do your ID, you have to do a scan of your room, okay? So if you have a desktop camera that's removable, you just take it off and do it. If you have a laptop, obviously you're going to have to pick it up. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn your computer 90 degrees and hold it for about 3 seconds. You can even count 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. And 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. So the key here is that you do it slowly. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. And then on the fourth turn, you'll be on the last location. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Now, after that, you need to show your desktop. Okay, this is where your paper and calculator are located. And you want to show where your feet will be located. And you'll give each of those about 3 seconds as well. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And then down here, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And that will complete your room scan. Now, after you have completed the ID check and the room scan, the next thing you've got to do is you've got to position your camera by pushing your laptop back and possibly pulling the screen down a little bit so that most of your face and your desktop with your hands are shown. So now I've switched to a desktop computer with a keyboard and a mouse and a camera that sits on top of the monitor that's removable. Now, if you've got a desktop, you may have a limited amount of space between the back of the desk and the front of the desk. And you can only push that monitor back so far. So what I've done is I've rotated my screen, and then my keyboard is up here, does not have to be in view. But then if I just kind of push back to the edge of the table back here, I can make sure that I have my paper, my calculator, and both of my hands and my face within range of the camera. Now you may have to adjust your camera a little bit to be sure that the paper and your writing utensil and your calculator are all in view. Remember that both hands have to be in view at all times, okay, except when you're typing on the keyboard. So you're going to have to rotate your screen and just kind of push back from the computer, and you can still see the screen fine, and just making sure that your paper and your calculator can be seen. When pushed back from the computer to make sure your hands, eyes, paper, and calculator are in full view of the camera, you may need to enlarge the text on your screen. To enlarge the text size, hold down the Control button and then press plus. To reduce the text size, hold down the Control button and then press minus. Now, it's very important during the test that you're pushed back far enough so that your instructor can see your hands at all times. Now, if you're typing in an answer, okay, or moving to the next question using either the mouse or your keypad, either one, that's okay, but all other times your hands have to be in view. Unless you're typing, both hands are in view. In order to view what your camera is recording, click on Live View. This will help you to make sure your hands, eyes, paper, and calculator are all in view. Now, if at any time one of your hands is in your lap, or both of your hands are in your lap, or one is over here, or one is over here, or even up here, okay? If both hands are not in view at all times, your test can be invalidated and you can get a 0 or a drastically reduced score. Pay attention to the location of your hands before you actually start the test. Not in your lap, okay? Not to the side, always in view of the camera, okay? So you've got to situate that camera before you start actually looking at the test because you may not be able to see where your hands are located after that. So make sure you've pushed the laptop back and you've got your paper that your instructor says you may have. You've got your calculator, you've got your writing utensils, and you might also have a mouse. That's up to you, okay? If your hands are up here, only when you're typing, otherwise both hands in view of the camera. So you've got to push back. You may have to pull that screen down a little bit. Now, once you've got your camera in location, you're going to show the front and the back of your TI-30 X2S, and it has to be out of the case. Your case should be put away. It should not be anywhere in the vicinity of the test. So front and back of the calculator. Then you're going to make sure that all paper that is allowed by your instructor, whether that be a formatted answer sheet or just blank paper is all in a single stack to the left, okay, to your left. Then you're going to slowly show the front and the back of each sheet to the camera, front and back, and you're going to place it in a new stack to the right. Front and back. Go slowly on these. Front and back. Front and back. Okay, and they should be completely blank, and now there should be no papers in this stack, all the papers you were allowed in this stack. Now at this time, you're going to be ready to start your test. So make sure, again, that your hands are always in the testing area, and that your face, at least most of your face, the top of your head's okay, but most of your face and both hands have to be in the view of the camera at all times, or your test may not count at all. And so that completes the overview of the testing policies for online testing at Shelton State Community College. If you have any questions at all, you should ask your instructor. Be sure to read any instructions that are provided by your instructor prior to the test. Those may be in the form of an email, an announcement, or in a module, such as what you saw in my class. So just to be sure your test is validated and can count, and all your hard work pays off when you test, make sure you follow these procedures so that you don't get a 0 or a drastically reduced score. So best wishes. Have a great semester. Hope your tests go well. Just remember to read all of the instructions before you get started. Good luck.